Hey everyone, this is Suresh from Mind is a Monkey, coming at you guys with another gaming update. I've got something very unique lined up for you guys today. As you may have noticed in my channel description, it says I'm a big fan of gaming, diecast, and travel, right? So this is kind of like a gaming video, and this is something very unique. I'm thrilled that I've had the opportunity to kind of get my hands on this one. Most of my gaming experience has been like limited to God of War, right? And these go back to the days of the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 days, right? And it's got a little more intense with the 2018 God of War, followed by God of War Ragnarok in what was it, 2022, right? All in all, it's been a very rewarding experience playing God of War and seeing Kratos' character development and everything, right? It's one of my big regrets that Santamonica somehow did not kind of maximize on that action figure opportunity right there, because having a Kratos action figure, or not just Kratos for that matter, even someone like Thor, right? I mean, the various weapons that they could have used as like upgrade packs or whatever, and the costumes, the armors. Wow, I have always thought that why on earth did Santa Monica not come up with that idea, right? So, because that would have been like a really rad collection to any God of War lover, right? Undeniably, they have been bringing out some really unique pieces as part of like the collector's edition, or some kind of additional release that's commemorating a certain anniversary of the game or something like that, right? Special releases, and every release has something unique. So about probably year and a half ago, so there was this post in Instagram and where Santa Monica was collaborating with the Idea Planet Launch. Yeah, I think that's what they're called, Idea Planet Launch, and they were coming up with a offering of 6 Hoddmimis. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Hoddmimis carvings, right, of 6 different characters in God of War. So this is this package. So God of War Ragnarok and Sony Interactive Entertainment, 6 collectible carvings. This is not a toy, right? So really beautiful God of War emblem right there. Like, do you see how when the light falls on it, right? So it's that golden thing, and it's actually taped, but I think the tape is supposed to be very fragile because it's part of the design. So before we jump into the actual figurines, this is this is the world tree. This is Yggdrasil, like it's a portrait in God of War, and that's like the 8 realms, right? So we have we have Midgard. This is probably Alfheim, Vanaheim, Muspelheim, Helheim, and and we have Niflheim, and this is Asgard, and most likely I'm thinking this is Svartalfheim, but I'm not sure. I'm definitely sure this is Muspelheim, this is Midgard, and this is Asgard, and this is Helheim. But pretty much everything else is a guess. Although I think I named all the 8 realms, right? So this is the world tree. So this is very close to the iconography that has been carried in the entire God of War 2018 and Ragnarok game, because that is in the Norse, that is heavily built on Norse mythology, right? So the Hoddmimis carvings. So let's check them out. So wow, these are pretty cool and much larger than what I had initially hoped for. Wow, okay, they're like close to, I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, 4, probably somewhere between 4 and 4.5 inches. At least Kratos and all these guys are like that big. Wow, this is a nice surprise, because this is not the first time Santa Monica has released like Hoddmimis carvings. Like so the Hoddmimis carvings are definitely not a new concept to God of War, because I remember I got this after the fact from eBay, but these are like the Hoddmimis carvings of the Huldra Brothers, the Swartal fame Huldra Brothers. So this is Brock and this is Sindri, right? So I think this was part of, you know, like a collector's edition of the game, right? So I was not, I did not have a PlayStation back then, so I kind of missed them out. But I thought this would be like a really cool add to my collection, so I ended up getting them from eBay. And as part of the Ragnarok release, so I think they had like two special assortments. One of them was called the collector's edition, and one of them was called the Jotnar edition. And I think either one or both of them carried these carvings of the twins, the Vanir twins. This is Freya and this is Freyr. So when the ad for this particular, I think this was more of a Kickstarter campaign, but not exactly on Kickstarter. It was done like a Kickstarter, right? So they kind of like made fans across the world kind of like place orders, give their commitment, and then they went ahead and kind of manufactured these. So I think I got them close to end of last year. I have been wanting to do a video of them ever since, but sometimes, you know, that's pretty that's pretty much how delayed things get on my side, right? I'm working on that. Right? So these are Freya and Freyr. So I thought, oh wow, so they're like even doing repeats of Freya and Freyr, as you can see, right? Because the pictures in the ad, they did not kind of like have anything for comparison. So I thought they were going to be the same size, and I just thought, okay, well, I'm at least getting like more colored themes. That's what I thought. But you know, right now when I open this, that is when I realized that these are much taller figures, right? Okay, let's go. So we have Kratos, the protagonist of God of War. We have Atreus, his son in the Norse mythology. We have Mimir, his friend, philosopher, and guide, also from Norse mythology. And we have the Vanir twins, Freya and Freyr. And this is Hildisvini. Hildisvini is also a fierce warrior companion of the Vanir goddess Freya. So let's check these figures out one by one. Let me just stand these figures here. And then, you know, I'll put these figures that I open side by side so you can get an idea of how large and tall these are in comparison. Wow. Okay, so I think these are actually tied with, so okay, sorry, okay, so these ropes are actually tied with the box. So it's not like I can take this out. So I will have to kind of like untie the knots on these ropes and then pull the figure out. Yeah, wow. Wow. This is kind of like a goosebumps moment for me because it's Kratos, right? I wish someone could cue the God of War music right now. So, Hoddmimis Carvings. Wow. There we have the Leviathan. So I think this is definitely, it has like a traditional and a cultural aspect of Scandinavian carvings, I should say. Right? So these are made of polyresin to resemble a wooden finish. That's what the item description mentioned. And there we have Kratos. And these are like close to, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, somewhere between 4.5 and 5 inches tall, right? Wow, this is really cool. There we have Kratos with this legendary, red tattoo. Wow, and the white Ghost of Sparta ashen color. And, you know, sporting the Leviathan. Wow, check out the detail on the Leviathan's knob, right? Do you see the Norse design there? Wow, it's really nice. And wow, it even has details of, his dagger, his pouch. And, I think this is the harness where he kind of like locks the axe when he's not using it. Wow, really nice. Nice details on the armor. So definitely, I dig the details on Kratos. Okay. Up next, we are moving to Atreus or Loki. So, wow, I think I gotta be gentle here because Loki has a quiver. So that's protruding, that's packed a little tightly into the box. So I gotta be really careful while I pick him up. So I kind of like, you know what I did? I literally kind of moved it towards the diagonal and kind of like lifted him out. There's something, there's a pin here. Wow, that is really cool. I dig pins a lot, and this is such a cool ad. It's the world tree. It's the world tree, just like the design that's on the package. So that's the world tree. That's really cool. Wow, that's a rad ad. The package. That's nice. All right, let's go back to opening Atreus. So, you know, the game says that, you know, even though he's introduced as Atreus, he is actually Loki of the Jotnar. So he's introduced to be one of the giants, and that is how the gameplay proceeds. So, and he's an archer in that. So he has, he's typically, you know, kind of clothed in this vest that is like in yellow, right? So, and I think the yellow might be belonging to his mother. That's what I'm thinking. So beautiful detailing on the quiver there. Wow, that's really nice. But I'm really not sure how fragile these things are gonna be. I hope, you know, that resin, that adhesive right there is gonna be pretty strong, so that, you know, I mean, it's gonna be durable. Wow, look at that. I mean, these two make a pretty awesome pair, right? Yeah, we have Kratos and Atreus. And it would be an interesting detail. Of course, this video right here is gonna have a lot of spoilers. So if you have not played the game, I think you should probably pause it and come back and watch it once you've played the game. Because this is a detail that is shown in Ragnarok, which is like the second game in the Norse mythology series, right? So that is the mistletoe arrow that he uses to defeat Baldur. Okay, so pretty nice detail on the quiver and the whole his you know, fur jacket and everything, you know. And you know, below it says, I think this one says Ragnarok. I think that's pretty much the symbology on all the figures. We can check them out. Makes me wonder if these guys have it. Wow, check that out. These guys have it too. So does, oh, it's a little subtle on Sindri. Okay, and these Vanir twin carvings that were offered. So Freyr doesn't have it. Freyr doesn't have it, but Freya has it. Okay, so that's pretty cool. All right. So there, let's park Kratos and Atreus together, and let's move on to the third character in the assortment. This is the smartest man alive. At least that's how he introduces himself. This is Mimir. So in the gameplay, Kratos kind of like severs Mimir's head, severs Mimir's head from his body, which is you know, kind of like bound to a tree as punishment and things like that. And then he is revived by Freya. And ever since he's revived, he travels with Kratos as his companion, telling stories, you know, giving words of wisdom when needed. So, you know, all you see is here, the stump of his head. So he's basically parked on a column, on a pretty beautifully decorated column right here. Nice. There we have Mimir, the smartest man alive. In my channel, you know, with God of War videos and everything, there's also a lot of stories that Mimir says in addition to the gameplay. So if you like them, definitely check them out. Up next, I'm going for Freya. Wow. I can't wait to see what details they have put on Freya. Wow, nice blend of colors there. I think those are like supposed to be her tattoos, right? Freya, the Vanir goddess. So there's her sword. Wow, beautiful. And yes, she also has the Ragnarok symbology on the bottom. So that's Freya. So Freya has a companion figurine in this series, which is her twin brother, Freyr. All right. I'm just being extra careful so that like I don't just to make sure I don't do things like that, you know. So let me open this off camera because there's like a lot of content there. Okay, so there we have Freyr. Nice colors. Yeah. So I think pretty much he's like a bigger version of the piece that was offered in the Jotnar and the collector's edition of God of War Ragnarok. So a bigger piece, so more room for detail and paintwork, I guess, right? So that's his sword. That sword has a name. Unfortunately, even I think Freya's sword is called Mardol, I'm thinking, but I'm not sure. And this one also has a name. It befriends Atreus in the beginning, and then in the later part of the gameplay towards Ragnarok, Freyr comes and claims that sword. So there we have beautiful carvings of the Vanir Twins, Freya and Freyr. So let me set them here. And finally, we have the warrior companion of Freya, that's Hildisvini. So in the game, Hildisvini is initially a boar that is hunted rather by Kratos and Atreus as part of a training exercise. But you know, they don't know that it is actually Hildisvini in disguise. And Hildisvini, for some reason, in Midgard, he takes the shape of a boar and he returns to his, humanoid form back when they are in Vanaheim. So this is Hildisvini. So for the mighty warrior that this guy was portrayed in the war, I thought he would have a weapon. But now that I see the figure, I think he was more of like arbitrator, like a pacifier in wars. That's what I'm thinking. So what do you think about the character selection for these carvings? I think they could have put a Thor in there. Thor and Kratos would have been like really cool pair, right? So because I almost feel like they put Hildisvini in it just to kind of like fill a slot, So because Thor has much more significance in the gameplay than Hildisvini. So, and Thor is also like he's a very plump version. He's not the Chris Hemsworth version of our Avengers movies. So he's a very plump guy in the God of War series. So which means like there would have been more room for people to add all those details. I'm really hoping that Santamonica collaborates with company that excels in creating action figures. I'm really hoping that they come up with a exquisite set of action figures featuring Kratos, Freya, Atreus, and Thor to begin with, right? Those are going to be the ones that I'm rooting for to begin with. And yes, I'm not going to say no if they want to expand it to more armor sets, dresses, accessories, and other characters. But I'm really hoping that they have that in the works. So, I hope you liked today's content. I had lots of fun. I'm so glad I have this set right now. This is like my own God of War collection kind of a deal. So this is like the only merchandise from God of War that I own, other than a few other trinkets from the collector and the Jotnar editions. So what do you think about the figures? What do you think about the character selections for these figures? Do post them in the comments. Till I meet you guys with another video. This is Suresh signing off. Rock on and stay awesome, you guys. Bye.